I'd like to speak about context because I think I have a fairly clear way of distinguishing that word. When when I got the news that my son Holden was killed, shortly after I went outside and really began to question why I had lost a son, because I had no neighbors who had lost a son, and there was no one in my town, and there was no one that I knew from the past, and no one that I knew who knew anyone. So, absolutely there's something that I have done. I put my son in harm's way, and I have lost my son, and I was full of guilt. And that was the context with which I saw his death. And there were various contexts that came up over the course of my encounter with this very profound event in my life. And, eventually the context changed, where I started to wonder whether maybe it wasn't a random accident. Maybe there was a pre-designed event that happened, a contract I made with him and he with me, our souls made. And that was another context to view this event that changed my perspective and definitely changed my experience of the event. Because then I began to consider that maybe there was a small possibility that there was something left for me. There's a gift that I needed over time to have the courage to unravel and unwrap. And I've had other contexts, like, all of this narrative that I speak about, like context that doesn't involve God or faith or any of it. And that perspective absolutely changes my experience of things. So context is really important, and I think it's useful to know that when you describe the context of something, that you might only be catching a slice of what it is and not the whole thing, and that everyone's context might be quite different than yours, and that the truth is all of it. Those are my thoughts on context.